This month of May is absolutely amazing. We have some of the best transits that we will have all year. These are once in a year transits, all happening in 1 month. And I'm going to be going over everything and the collective energy and what you can expect with each transit. And there's a lot of them. So let's get into it. One of the biggest transits is going to happen on May 2nd, and that is when Pluto goes retrograde. What it means when Pluto goes retrograde is for us to reflect inwards. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of mirroring action going on. And what mirroring means is basically somebody's behavior that you're around all the time. You see them react negatively to you. It's showing you something about yourself on the inside. That's basically what mirroring is. And when Pluto goes retrograde, we can experience a lot of that because it's all about self reflection into ourselves. And Pluto in general going retrograde, I consider it a good thing because I want to work on myself. I like being triggered. If you don't like being triggered yet on your spiritual, or I say spiritual journey, but just on your healing journey, if you don't like to be triggered yet, just wait. You'll learn to love it because what you're doing is you're clearing out all that negative energy and realizing something about yourself that you don't like, and then you end up improving. So Pluto going retrograde is really going to challenge us, but we have all these other amazing transits on top of it, so I'm not terribly worried about it, but it is something to keep in mind. And it will be retrograde for about 5, 6 months, something like that. I haven't looked up the exact time, but it will be retrograde for a while. So May 2nd, we have Pluto go retrograde. And then on May 3rd, we have Mars sextile Pluto. Mars is the planet of action. Pluto is the planet of power and also can be the planet of fears. I feel like collectively we are going to realize a part of our power that we have not been utilizing. Sometimes, for example, when you have trines in your chart or a lot of trines, it's natural flowing energy that we kind of take for granted. We're like, oh, anybody can do that because you do it naturally. I feel like a lot of our natural driven action talents are going to come to surface on May 3rd, and that is going to help us utilize these for the rest of the month. On May 7th, we are going to have a new moon in Taurus. And this is one of those amazing new moons with amazing aspects. And I will be doing a full video on this new moon in Taurus for all rising signs. So I'll get more into it when probably next week I'll have that video up for all rising signs because there's a lot happening. But just keep in mind, where is Taurus in your natal chart? What house does it rule over? Because this is where you're going to see this new beginning take place for you. Now, on May 13th, we have the Sun conjunct Uranus. You know what this means? This means something unexpected and amazing is going to happen. And I do want to say that with a lot of these transits, you need to take advantage of the energy. If you're just sitting around in your home watching Netflix all day, just binge watching your shows, nothing is going to happen. You have to create the change. You are the creator. So when I say something unexpected and amazing is going to happen this day, it might happen if you're laying, down and watching Netflix all day. But the more likelihood of you going out in the world, putting yourself out there, following a passion, being creative, doing something that gives you joy, if you're doing that, you are going to see the best outcome of this transit, especially. So this transit will involve the unexpected, freedom. This energy naturally gives you that itch to follow the urge, follow the path of least resistance, follow what your heart is saying, and follow what brings you joy. It's very much you need to take action in order to reap the benefits. This month is very much work hard, play hard energy. Also on May 13th, we have Venus sextile Saturn on this day. A sextile is something that actually does require action. With conjunctions, you can see things that might be like forced upon you or just happen to you without you really not trying, right? But with sextiles, it involves some sort of action on your part. And this is here to give us clarity on what really is in our heart. Venus, the things we love, mixed with Saturn, the planet of routines and discipline. And I also want to note that the moon will be in Leo at this time. When the moon is in Leo, we are meant to follow our hearts. We are meant to be the star. It's going to bring that out of us. And with this Venus sextile Saturn, it's basically saying what's in your heart. The Leo moon supports it. So we have the Leo moon that supports your heart with the Venus, what's in your heart that you really love, that gives you pleasure. And then Daddy Saturn saying, what's long lasting? It's going to have you really take a hard look at your life and see what fits and what doesn't. What is giving you joy? What is draining your energy? And with this Sun conjunct Uranus, I feel like this goes so harmoniously together because we have the Sun, we have Uranus, we have Venus, and we have Saturn all working together in your favor. But like I said, it's going to involve you to take action. This is not just a sit around moment. This is for you to make something of it. So make something of it for sure. May 15th, we have Mercury enters Taurus. So Mercury enters Taurus, which is going to ground our minds. Common sense and clarity energy is available to us. I feel like with all these crazy transits, if you are taking action, you are going to see your life change this month. It is going to change exponentially. Like, take note of today and literally a month later, tell me your life isn't different. If you have been taking action, if you have been going for and going for what you really want, whether that's a new relationship, whether that's a new career, whether that's just finding something that you really just love doing, a hobby, whatever it is that is your motivation, this Mercury in Taurus is going to ground you. It's going to make you really into who you are. You are not going to be fazed by other people's personalities, other people's inputs. It's really going to control your thoughts and make them just your thoughts. So if you are somebody that is an overthinker, this energy is amazing for you. I'm excited for this energy because I'm an overthinker. So, and I also want to point out at this point, whatever house Taurus rules for you, this is where the energy is needed. Because at this point, we have Venus in Taurus, we have Uranus in Taurus, we have Jupiter in Taurus, and then we're putting Mercury in Taurus as well. So, whatever house Taurus rules for you, you are going to see change in that house, even if you take action or not, because all of the energy just supports it. And it's going to help us work through this energy in a grounded way. As soon as that Mercury goes into Taurus, if you've been contemplating, am I doing the right thing? I don't know what's going on. So much change is happening. Like if you're like that in your head, as soon as Mercury goes into Taurus, you will feel the shift of energy. You will feel that grounded energy. All right, on May 17th, Mercury will square Pluto. And I feel like this aspect is the only aspect that can be pretty difficult all month because it is a square. Square is creating tension in between those 2 points. It will involve how you communicate to yourself and how you communicate to other people. So this day can be heavy. Let the emotions run through you. So Pluto is what is hidden. So what is hidden might come to surface. And it could be the way that, like, you're telling yourself, oh, I'm stupid, I can't do this. I'm stupid, I can't do this. Like, that's not good, right? So it could highlight that, or it could highlight some people in your life and how they talk to you. And you're just going to put up a boundary and draw a line and be like, no, or please do. Please put up a boundary and draw a line. Because this square, it's like, don't waste this month's energy on the negative side of Pluto, basically. The negative side of Pluto is fear. And it can also feel like limitations brought upon you that you have no control over as well. And, get over the hurdle and embrace Pluto's energy of self empowerment. Pluto is the planet of power, because on the next day, on May 18th, when you get over that hurdle on May 17th, might be a little bit of a heavy day, so just flow through the emotions. Let the emotions flow through you. Don't let them own you. That's the key. Feel them, but don't let them own who you are. Because on May 18th, we have the Sun conjunct Jupiter, and Venus will conjunct Uranus. You cannot make this stuff up. This is insane. So May 18th, Sun conjunct Jupiter and Venus conjunct Uranus. Something big is going to happen this day. Even if you are sitting on the couch watching Netflix, it's something big. It might be a perception change, if that's what you're doing. But if you were in alignment and you are shedding things that no longer serving you, and you are humbling yourself and working on yourself by healing your triggers, because we have that May 17th is a trigger day, this transit can blow your mind. Honestly, blow your freaking mind. And keep in mind, this is in Taurus. So this is going to be more like a yes, I deserve it energy. Taurus is slow and steady, wins the race. So it might be something out of the blue. It might be. I'm not ruling that out. But I do see this more for people, it being like, you know what? My perception changed. I know I deserve this. So now It's going to happen. I see it happening because I made that perception change. I changed my vibration, and now my vibration is attracting people that are on my level, or just thoughts that are on your level. You might get epiphanies this day. We have the sun, which is our ego self, working together with Jupiter, which is the planet of growth and luck. And Venus, the planet of love, money, pleasure, working together with Uranus, the planet of unexpected surprises. This energy. If you mark one day down this year, and I think I might do a video on it. Oh, this month. Well, it is only once a year this is gonna happen. This might never happen again ever in Taurus for you, but this is the day to go for something. This is the day to say, I'm done with this. I'm ready for this. This is a huge freaking day because on May 19th, the sun is sextiling Neptune, which requires action. So it's time to live in your dream, whatever you've been working towards. It could be a new relationship, a career. Changing your mental health is a big one as well, because when we change our perceptions, we change our vibrations and we get rid of that negative energy. And that negative energy is we're no longer holding that anymore. We've transformed it. So it's, you know what? Meditation can be great on this day. It's time to dream. It's just dream. Just dream big and don't hold yourself back and be like, oh, that could never happen to me. Don't freaking say those things. Stop saying those things, actually, because anything can happen to you, especially this month. Especially this month. On May 20th, the sun enters Gemini. Collectively, you're going to feel more chatty. You're going to feel more social. Everybody is. But what house does Gemini rule for you? Because the sun is going to highlight this part of your life for the next month. I might do a video on all rising signs for this, just because it's a lot of information. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see. I haven't decided yet. And then on May 23rd, we have, in my opinion, the best full moon of the year, which full moon in Sagittarius. I might be a little bit biased just because Sagittarius rules my fifth house of fun and pleasure. But Venus will be conjunct Jupiter that day, and Venus and Jupiter will be sextiling Neptune. Now, this is a big day with a lot of aspects. I will be doing a video on this as well for all rising signs, just because there's so much to put in there. But this is good karma. Expansion on what Venus represents: love, beauty, money, pleasure, joy. And both planets will be making a sextile to Neptune. And Neptune is your dream. A sextile action is needed. So keep in mind, anytime you hear the word sextile, this isn't energy that's just going to naturally come to you. This is energy that's there, that's available for you, and you need to take action to take advantage of that energy. But I do want to say that this day on May 23rd is absolutely crazy, insane, amazing energy. And I will say one thing is, when I said new moons, you plant a seed, full moons, you reap the benefits of it. I was looking at my old notes on my dreams, and on December 12th, which was the new moon in Sagittarius, I had a dream about starting a YouTube channel, and now it's here. It's absolutely insane. I got goosebumps just talking about that. So, what were you doing on December 12th? What was your new moon, your new seed that you created? You might have not intentionally created it. Go look at your camera roll and look at the pictures that was happening on December 12th and see where you are now. See what's coming to fruition now and what house does Sagittarius rule for you. But like I said, I will be doing a video for all rising signs on this. So, make sure you follow me. May 25th, Jupiter will be going into Gemini, and it will be there for the whole year. I will be doing a video on this for all rising signs because this is a big one. This is a big one. It's going to enter the house that Gemini rules for you, and these are the themes of expansion and growth that you are going to see over the next year. Collectively, Gemini is that socialization sign, the chatty sign that has lots of friends and wants to share ideas and communicate ideas. So we are going to see a lot of chatty people over the next year. And Gemini is also the sign that moves fast because we've had Jupiter in Taurus. Taurus is slow and steady, wins the race. But Gemini is like, let's go, action now. I want reward now. So I feel like that the growth is just going to be exponential for everybody. I mean, Jupiter in Gemini is like Jupiter on steroids. That's how I see it. Also, on May 25th, Venus is going to trine Pluto, and this is amazing energy. Like I said, this day on May 25th, we have Jupiter enters into Gemini, and then the Venus will also trine Pluto. So this is amazing, powerful energy available to you yet again. And trines, they're natural flowing energies. So If a fear comes up, it's meant to be faced because Pluto can represent fears. But once you face that, you can reap the benefits of this lovely planet of Venus. It's going to depend on the houses and the placements in your natal chart. But overall, it's amazing natural energy that everybody is going to get. So, Venus, the planet of love, pleasure, joy, is going to be making a harmonious aspect of free flowing energy through Pluto. And you might, honestly, I feel like collectively, if you've been working on your shit, if you've been really owning who you are and humbling yourself and clearing out this negative energy, people, perceptions, you are going to reap this energy in a way of feeling empowered. You are going to be empowered, maybe sexually, feeling really good about how you look. I mean, it's whatever Venus represents. Pluto, the planet of power, Venus, the planet of love, joy, pleasure, all the things that we enjoy out of this life, you are going to feel an empowerment. In the last transit of the month, I mean, there's so many more amazing transits coming up this year, but the last transit of the month is May 27th, and that's when Mercury will sextile Saturn. So collectively, this is going to give us all good judgment and clarity. And with it in Taurus, it's like the most grounded you will ever feel because, Mercury is going to be in Taurus. Mercury is a planet of communication. And then we have Saturn in Pisces, which, is intuitive energy. It's going to come together in that house that Taurus rules for you and give you good judgment. So if you've been trying to make a decision on something that involves, like, your Taurus house, this transit on May 27th is going to give you that final clarity. It's going to give you that final push of reality, and you'll know exactly what you need to do. I hope you enjoyed all the transits in May. This was just a little bit of an overview of everything. I do plan on doing all the rising signs for the new moon and full moon as always, so make sure to follow me and subscribe to keep up to date on all of that. And if there's any transits that you would like to see broken down for rising signs, comment below, and I want to do what you guys want to do. So, and I'm excited to talk about it. I love astrology.